It's an extremely important time right now, as Julia and Claire mentioned, in New York State. We are at a very crucial moment where New York State can continue to lead this world forward on the issue of fracking, or we can slip behind to where everyone else is. Because of the activism of thousands and thousands of people across New York State, we got a moratorium bill in New York State, and that was a huge achievement. It inspired the entire world. It was. And you know, the people of New York should feel extremely proud of that. But you also can't rest on your laurels. You can't sit back because the moratorium is about to be over. Time flies, right? And it's true. It's not clear where this government is going to take this process. It's not clear if this government is going to pay attention to the will of the people or the will of the corporations. And we're in a very dark time in America right now where corporations can contribute as much money as they want into our political system and influence the debate in ways that are more and more powerful every single day. And it's like an axe hanging over the head of every politician that might dare oppose them. And I'm sure Andrew Cuomo is not outside of that category.
Took $110,000 from the Koch brothers.
Okay, so, however, I have been traveling all across New York State, all across Pennsylvania. There's nowhere in the world where the opposition is stronger to hydraulic fracturing, to turning New York into a gas field than in New York. Well, and turning a place into a gas field than in New York, right? Out in Brockport, in Oneonta, in Morrisville, in Alfred. My car broke down in Alfred, and the guy who was going to fix the muffler, I hit a pothole, and the muffler just almost came off. I pulled into the garage, and he goes, "Hey, you made that movie." I'm against fracking, and he just starts going off about it, you know? When you've got college professors and car mechanics and farmers and stay-at-home moms and dads and kids and Pete Seeger and Frack Action and people in gathering spaces all like this all across the world, all across the state, saying, we can't have this. We can't have New York turn into Texas. We can't toxify this beautiful state that has pioneered ideas of sustainability in organic farming and in organic wineries. We can't have this. So but you have to get out in the streets. You have to get out in the streets. The next time there's a call by Frack Action to go to Albany, you have to go to Albany. The next time there's a march in New York City, you have to go. Because otherwise, the voices in Albany of the lobbyists, of the $110,000 that Andrew Cuomo took from the Koch brothers, is going to override your hearts because your voices weren't there and your bodies weren't there to show the media, to show the governor that actually that is the majority, right? You have to be the majority in public and be visible. Because it's a very simple formula. It's 4 parts. Awareness, legislative efforts, which Frack Action is working on, and a lot of other pro-environmental groups are working on those. Massive protest and civil disobedience. We are missing the massive protest and the civil disobedience parts of this. Don't let it come to having to barricade drilling rigs coming into people's backyards. Don't let it get that far. Don't let it get that far. You guys occupied the state capitol on Monday, right? It was amazing. I watched the video, I couldn't be there. That may have to happen again and again and again, and you may not voluntarily leave, you may have to get dragged out of there next time. Because we can't allow this government to just bend to the will of ExxonMobil, of Shell, of Chevron, of Hess, Chesapeake, and watch this entire state turn into the animals that were in the poem. You know? So that's what I have to say. I'm so thankful to have been able to be here with Pete Seeger. I'm sure Dad is jealous, right, Mom? Yeah. I would like to play one short piece, if that's all right, before intermission. Is that okay? There's an intermission. Should I do one? My best friend is here from Scotland, Deborah Wallace. All right, close enough. So this is an arrangement by Steve Martin of a piece called On the Bonnie Bonnie Banks of Loch Lomond, which is a loch in central Scotland. And it's one of my favorite pieces, but it's also, I learned it and then I found out that that central part of Scotland is being leased for gas drilling right now. It's an amazingly beautiful location. And you find out every day more and more. This is a worldwide thing going on. In Australia, South Africa, France, Germany, Poland, China, Asia. It's called the shale gas revolution, which is why it is so crucially important that New York plays a leadership role here. The first time a government went into moratorium in the world, a major government, was New York's moratorium. You have to keep that going. Because I've been all around the country and I've been all around the world, and you don't understand the incredible, inspiring impact that that had. The minute that happened, Australia started blockading well sites. You know, people barricading their own driveways so that they wouldn't let the gas industry in, and they got hauled off to jail. So you got to understand the crucial role that you're playing here. So please, you know, when you sign up on that list, and Julia and Claire say, get on the bus, get on the bus. Okay? Promise? Yeah. All right. It'll be more fun than tonight.